Hello YouTube, looks like we've got another high elo ranked game here with it's actually a team 5v5 ranked game. So the teams are going to be Relin, Relinquished, and FLI Flight Gaming. So it looks like the teams are going to be Lulu, Kassadin, Akali, Ezreal, Nocturne versus Elise, Darius, Twisted Fate, Caitlyn, and Zyra. So once again there, we see both the AD carries with that cleanse. And Kassadin's running Flash Teleport instead of Flash Ignite. And it looks like our junglers are going to be Nocturne versus Elise, and it looks like top lane's going to be Akali and Kassadin are relatively interchangeable, so one of them versus Darius, and then at mid lane it's going to be one of them versus Twisted Fate. And at bottom lane, I think it's going to be Lulu, Ezreal versus Caitlyn, Zyra. So I think Kassadin does better versus Twisted Fate, but I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure who wins on what. I know Akali doesn't like Darius particularly that much because he can pull her out of her like shroud and do his Q, while Twisted Fate, he could throw cards, but that's about it. He can't do anything too nasty. So but other than that, summoner spells are relatively normal. Exhausts on the supports, ignites on the top and mid for blue team, and yeah, and the junglers are both running Flash Smite. Pretty standard, pretty standard. So, as far as the high and low people, the only person I know that's relatively high is Ramen. Everybody else, obviously they're relatively good players because they have those diamond and gold brackets borders. But the only one I do recognize is that Ramen. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get this commentary underway. And that should be pretty close. We'll arrange those very shortly. So it looks like both the supports are in heavily into that support tree. Looks like Zyra is getting a lot of wards to start, and it looks like Lulu is getting the standard Fairy Charm Vision Ward, 2 wards and pots, and it looks like Zyra's actually going a little bit not standard, we'll call it, and that's 4 Sight Wards, a Vision Ward, and 2 pots. So instead of getting that Fairy Charm, looks like she decided to get another ward. Maybe she doesn't have the bonus gold. I haven't done the math on that, but anyway, looks like Caitlyn is starting Doran's Blade. I personally like starting, not Doran's Blade, but the Longsword Pots, but that's just me. I feel like you have a little bit more utility. You're a little bit more sensitive to burst. Kassadin is a little exposed here, but I think he's going to get away just fine. She does have a stun here. No, she got her W to start. I'm sorry. I thought she got her stun repel. I personally think that's a better start when you're doing the invasion, just because the stun provides so much utility at level 1. It doesn't look like Kassadin is going to go back, so we're going to try and watch this very carefully because we might see a hardcore engage here. But it looks like purple team is going to head back here. Yep, they decided that they didn't catch anybody because Nocturne, he starts blue because he likes to spam his Q hardcore. Spam that Q all day long. And it looks like Elise starts blue as well because she likes to spam her Q as much as possible. But since Elise is jungling, yeah, it makes sense that she's starting with her W. That's interesting. Okay. So Darius looks like he wants to do a little bit of damage here, a little bit of harass here on the blue. I guess he's just trying to threaten this Akali to stay in lane for as much as possible. So it looks like Kassadin is going to be going mid, so we'll swap these. So it's going to be Akali versus Darius at top and Kassadin versus TF at mid. Whoa. Scratch that. Holy crap. Caitlyn's going mid and TF's going bottom. It's been a long time since I've seen an AD carry mid. A long time. So it looks like TF is going to try and do a little bit of damage here on the Lulu. Manages to land a stun, but it looks like he's going to take quite a bit of damage here from the Ezreal. Might even give up first blood here. Wow, that was greedy. Odd. And wow, just everybody's being super aggressive here. These two purple team, they're probably dead. I don't see them getting away from this. They might pick up Kassadin, but he manages to flash away, and Elise is probably going to go down to Ezreal. Doing quite a bit of damage here, and Caitlyn flashes away. Yep, Elise goes down to Ezreal, giving a double kill to the AD carry this early. Purple team's trying a lot of shenanigans here, and forcing that Caitlyn back. They are substantially far behind for this early, because like Ezreal wasn't even forced back from that, and now he has blue buff. That's really bad for this this comp. And TF, is he going AD? No, he's going AP. This is very strange. Very, very strange. Hopefully Darius can carry his team to greatness, because right now he's the only one that has any sort of advantage. Because both the jungle, the AD carry, by AD carry I mean TF, and the mid have been forced back or killed. So this is not good. Looks like, oh, interesting. Okay. Apparently, they're doing a duo mid versus Kassadin, and they're going to have TF versus Ezreal, Lulu. So maybe Lulu's going to support the Kassadin. I don't know. Kind of odd. Kind of odd indeed. So it looks like Darius managed to pick up that kill on Akali. Sorry we missed that. We're going to back it up just so we can catch that. It looks like it was just steady poke. They both got relatively low, and he manages to land a nice pull and ignite. Oh, she flashes on him, and he just barely manages to burst her down with the ignite, and he almost gets picked up with the ignite. So close, gets forced back, and Darius is pretty far ahead now of that Akali. He does have nearly 600 gold over that Akali. And Nocturne looks like he's going to try and cover the lane, maybe try to catch Darius, but since he is back, it's going to be bad. So Darius right now is the only one that's got any sort of advantage going for him. And we'll see if TF manages to outfarm the Ezreal. Oh, it looks like they're going to do another lane swap here. And this is weird. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to set it up in the notes. This is strange. Okay. Anyway, we're seeing a little bit of poke here at mid lane, and Zyra did manage to pink ward that one ward for blue team. So losing a little bit of vision there. Back at bottom, looks like Kassadin is slowly working a slight lead over this this TF here. TF is actually farming relatively poorly. All sorts of lane swaps going on here. And Akali, once she gets sick, she's going to have a little bit more damage here on the Darius. Darius does have those 2 Doran's Blades, so he does have a considerable amount of damage already. But we'll see how that goes. And here comes Nocturne at top lane. They are aware of that because they do have that ward there. So Darius should just play it nice and safe underneath the turret as much as possible. Nocturne isn't even level 6, so he can't even ult in. Back at mid lane, not too much is going on there. Back at bottom, Kassadin isn't 6 yet, so he can't do any sort of crazy shenanigans. Akali trying to zone this Darius as much as possible. He's trying to throw Qs, and she's just trying to poke him. Didn't quite land that, what is it called, twin crescent slash into popper mark. But she is just poking away. Here comes the Elise gank on the Akali. And I think Akali should be able to get away just fine. She manages to take a little bit of damage, but she still had that shroud, so that's why I thought she was going to get away. Here comes the Nocturne. Let's see if he can pick up anybody. Doesn't even manage to land his Q on the Elise. And Akali is probably going to be forced back here. Even though that Elise is relatively Back at bottom lane, looks like TF got forced back. Or decided to go by, and Kassadin is out farming him. So we'll swap these back. So I'll probably set this up for they just swap their mid with their bottom, so we'll probably just leave it at that. So as far as farm goes, Darius is the only one far ahead. It looks like Darius managed to land a nice pull, but I don't think he's going to be able to pick up Akali. She is overstaying her welcome. There's the dunk! Holy crap, that was awesome. Nice flash dunk there on the Akali, and now he's got a huge advantage at top lane. Because not only is he ahead farm, he has 2 kills on her. And I think Akali needs to swap with Kassadin or something because she's really far behind compared to Darius. Lulu doing a nice job poking away at this purple mid lane. TF trying to farm back here. He's only a little bit behind the Kassadin now. Looks like Nocturne and Darius have some sort of rapport. And purple team is going to be forced back on the mid lane. Ezreal dropping the ult there to try and delay them as much as possible. Because this will allow them to push and do quite a bit of pressure here on this mid turret. Looks like Zyra is going to stick around to try and prevent them from doing too much damage, but it's not going to do too much. Because if she's not careful, she could get picked up here theoretically. But it looks like they are going to bring this turret maybe down to 2/3, maybe even as far as half. And there's a little bit of the dive going on. Lulu managing to take some tower hits, picking up the Zyra for the Ezreal. And here comes the TF gank, and it looks like Ezreal is going to go down to that TF. So double kill there for purple. Well, not double kill, but 2 kills there for purple team, 1 for blue. swap that. 2 kills for purple team, 1 kill for blue. I'm not sure if that's what I said. Anyway, so TF starting to get a little bit fed here. Kassadin is probably going to get forced back. He is relatively for the amount of spamming he wants to do with his ult. Looks like he is going to be going for that quick grail, but maybe he's going for Morelos. There's a nice gank here on the with the Nocturne, but it looks like he's going to get bursted down before he even manages to pick up the kill. Holy crap, that was beautiful, but it looks like he is going to get picked up there by the Elise. The mobility with the repel. Sorry, we're going to back that up just so we can catch the Akali Darius fight. It looks like Akali's just overcommitting to these. She needs to realize that she is relatively far behind here compared to this Darius, and just can't trade these blows. Like, she almost has the burst to do it, but that's why she's going to lose this lane hardcore, is because she almost... It's really bad when you just keep feeding kills to somebody, especially like Darius, because Darius can swing really hard out of control, even if he builds just a little bit of AD. Right now, he's only got Doran's Blades and Rejuvenation Bead. Like, nothing too crazy there. It looks like he is going to be going back, and bottom lane, they're still trading blows here, and purple team does have a slight advantage now, but that's mainly because Darius is stomping Akali very hard. He's 20 CS over her, and he has 3 kills on her, so that's pretty rough. Elise looks like she wants to feed a blue to TF. It looks like she got a blue from Nocturne when she killed him. And TF gets a blue there. Blues for everybody for purple team. Yay. Okay. So, as far as items go, it looks like Ezreal does have his BF sword. Caitlyn has been denied a little bit of farm. She hasn't been able to get that BF sword in one fell swoop, so she is going to have trouble fighting it out with the Ezreal. Plus, the Ezreal got those 3 kills. That's why he's gotten that pretty quick BF sword. I guess it's only 9 minutes in. That's pretty quick BF sword. Darius looks like he is returning back to top lane at mid. Not too much is going down. We do have a 3-man push here going on, but it looks like we'll have Nocturne and Lulu to support this Kassadin as well. And while Ezreal is pretty much free farming at bottom lane because Caitlyn is mid, so we might see even a 4-man push here from purple. But it looks like Elise is going to go top. Akali is coming down as well, so maybe they can burst somebody. Akali just trying to struggle her way back into this game. Looks like she did get that armor and she did delay that Hextech Revolver just a little bit there, because that's pretty standard, going for Hextech Revolver first. And it looks like Kassadin is going for that Grail as soon as possible. I think he needs Tear as well, but I don't know, because he likes to spam. It's like AP Cog. AP Cog has huge mana problems and really needs a large mana pool and massive mana regen. Oh, it looks like Lulu's going to go down here. Lots of ults. She does ult herself, so that might save her. Manages to save her, and I don't think TF is ulted, so maybe he'll try and ult and pick her up, but that would be almost suicide. So, good job there by Lulu trying to save herself. Sorry, I kind of lost control of my camera there for a little bit. And bottom lane looks like Ezreal's still doing a good job free farming here, pretty much. He's at 87 versus 85. And that's pretty good for having 3 kills. And it looks like purple team might be able to pick up this turret. Kassadin is relatively so he can't do much. Ezreal does ult the wave, just so it doesn't take too much damage, but he only hit like 1 creep with it. Elise is coming down here on this Ezreal. And I don't think she's going to be able to too much, but she did force that Ezreal off the turret. Purple team is still trying to do this 2-man push on mid lane, and it looks like they are finally going to be able to pick up this turret. Sorry about that. Apparently I forgot to silence my phone. Whoops. Okay, so, back at top. Not too much is going on. Bottom, it looks like they are trying to dive this Ezreal, but they need to be careful. It looks like they are going to pick up the Ezreal, and TF unnecessarily ulted there behind enemy lines. And it looks like Kassadin should be able to pick up this Zyra. But, oh man, that was a nice route. Manages to delay the Zyra from doing too much there. So back at top, it looks like Nocturne's waiting on bated breath here for this this Darius to push out and try and get killed. So as far as item goes, it looks like Elise did get that Spirit. Oh, and there's the gank there from Nocturne, forcing the Darius to flash away, and the Akali jumps on him, does quite a bit of damage. There's the Ignite, and down he goes. Oh, I guess Darius ignited her. I heard it. but not enough to pick her up because she does have that sustain from the Hextech Revolver, not to mention her passive. So Kassadin trying to do a little bit of damage there. TF manages to land the stun, but doesn't quite get him to stick underneath the turret because he did manage to rift walk away. Back, it looks like Lulu is back to supporting the Ezreal bottom, so we haven't seen any dragon fights yet. It's pretty surprising. Oh, speak of the devil. Looks like Purple Team is going to force this because Blue Team doesn't have any vision of this. So Purple Team might be able to get this, and that will give them a slight gold advantage over this this Blue Team, even though Ezreal is still relatively fed, even though he has given up 2 kills recently. So, dragon for a turret. I guess it's a fair trade, but Purple Team should be able to pick up this mid turret and bring it nice, once again, the gold advantage in their favor. So, while it started a little unbalanced, Darius is managing to do a good job of keeping it relatively balanced, because I'm pretty sure that's where like all that gold is. It's Darius and TF, so it looks like we're going to see a small engage here at mid. It looks like there's going to be a 5-man push here from Blue Team onto this purple mid turret. And I think they should be able to defend it because TF, he clears minion waves like a boss. I think the only person that clears it better is either Mordekaiser or Galio. And it looks like they're going to force this Blue Team back. And Purple Team managed to also pick up that bottom turret, so now they have almost a 2k gold advantage over Blue Team. And Darius, he's doing a nice job pushing this top lane. Akali is finally coming up to try and stop this, but I think it might be too late. This turret is going to be very, very low, or if not dead. And Kassadin finally did get that Athene's Unholy Grail. Meanwhile, there is a 4-man push going on mid with only Nocturne and the support to defend it, so there's going to be quite a bit of damage there going on. And it looks like Darius is going to take this top turret, and Purple Team should fall back now because we were probably going to see a 4v4, and they don't want to do that under a turret. Ezreal's still trying to keep this bottom lane from being too far pushed against him. So, meanwhile, I'll try again to go over the items here real quick. Looks like Nocturne did get that Wriggles. Elise also got the Spirit of Spectral Ray, just so she... That just recently got changed, so it reduces the cooldown of Smite. So, that's kind of interesting. I'm not quite sure how good it is, and there's very few AP junglers that really use it. Because immediately I can only think of Fiddle and Elise, and I guess a Mumu can also use it. So who knows, maybe it is the new norm for a lot of those, excuse me, AP magic damage junglers like a Mumu and whatnot. But looks like Akali is currently building that Hextech Revolver, and now she's getting a Ruby Crystal, so maybe she's going for that bonus magic pen there from the not Leandry's but the Haunting Guys. Ezreal got that quick IE, I'm not sure what he's building now. Kassadin got that Unholy Grail, and now he's got a Null Magic Cloak, so I'm not quite sure what he's going to build that into. Twin Shadows, there's a couple items. I'm not quite sure what he's going to build that into. A lot of options there. And the support is Lulu is running Sightstone, Philostone, and a Doran Shield. Kind of odd there. Doran Shield's kind of odd. I guess she just wanted to increase health. And Kassadin is going to go down there to the nice ult there from Zyra. And it looks like Nocturne is going to go down as well, but let's see if Elise can keep up to him. Nice TF ult, manages to stun the Nocturne, bring him down, and Lulu's also going to go down here because she burned the ult on Nocturne to try and save him. And now that is 3 kills gone down against Blue Team. So we're going to see a strong 4-man push here. Akali goes down as well. We're going to see at least 1 turret go down here. I wouldn't be surprised if Darius gets a top turret here as well. And Ezreal ults the wave to try and do a little bit of damage, force them back, but it's not going to be enough. Kassadin is back up, and Nocturne and Lulu will be up shortly. But I think Darius is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage here to this top turret. It looks like he's probably going to be able to bring it to half until Nocturne forces him back. But we'll watch that very carefully. This bottom lane is super pushed against Blue, for Blue Team. So TF is going to have to do a little bit there. There's a nice gank going on Darius, and I think he's not going to be able to get away because he did get a good fear here. So it looks like he's going to try and pick up the Kassadin. Kassadin manages to rift walk away, and down goes Darius to the Ezreal. So blue team is down right now, but they're not out. Not out quite yet. There is a 6k, well, I guess it's only 5k gold advantage in purple team's favor. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Baron fight here soon, since purple team, usually the earliest one happens when people are level 12. Usually around 20 minutes. Every once in a while you see a 15-minute Baron, but that requires a lot of toggling of the tanks and either an ace or completely uncontested for one team's advantage. So, and it looks like Twisted Fate did get that Lichbane. Did he get that hat to start? Or did he just rush the Lichbane? Rush the Lichbane. He also has a Null Magic Cloak, plus that Cage's Lucky Pick for a little bit gold regen. Gold generation. He did also get Merc Tread, so I'm not sure if I agree with that. Like, it's good for the silence, but they really don't have that much CC. Akali doesn't have much CC unless she gets Rylai's. And, oh, that's what she's building. Rylai's, probably. I don't know. We'll see. So, Darius headed back towards top, farming away. And Caitlyn did finally get her Infinity Edge as well. And, yeah, it looks like Zyra is building that Aegis right now, and she doesn't have any gold generation. She just rushed that quick Ruby Sightstone. What's her gold look like compared to the Lulu's? It's relatively even, but that's because she's doing very well on the kills and assists, actually. So Elise trying to do a little bit of poke here. I guess she's just farming. So, and I think Dragon should be up here very shortly. Very shortly indeed. I didn't make note of when it went down, but it looks like it is up right now. So it looks like purple team is going to go for this once again because that purple vision ward is there to block it. So we might be able to chalk this victory up to complete dragon control and a little bit of map control here for purple team. So good job Zyra, good job Elise at maintaining control of the map. And it looks like we're going to see a 5-man gank here. Managed to pink that ward there. And here comes the TF ult, giving vision, and it looks like Akali, not Elise, is going to go down, and Caitlyn getting brought a little bit low. Darius trying to dunk the Lulu, but it looks like Lulu's going to be able to picked up there by the Darius with a nice Q, and Darius is a man on the run now. And on the run, and down he goes, maybe? It looks like he's going to go down to, it looks like Ezreal. Ezreal flashes over the wall, but now these two blue team are in some deep trouble. Ezreal is going to go down to the Elise, and that might be enough to get this Nocturne to escape, but they do have good vision of a lot of things, so looks like they went the wrong way, and now they see him, and see if he can escape. Chances are he'll go to, like, maybe here, and try and back. Oh, Caitlyn. Oh, she does have the vision, and down he's going to go. There's no way he's getting away from that. Down he goes. It was a nice try. TF gets picked up by the Akali, but she does get rooted down, and now she's in a little bit of a spot because Elise can pick her up. She does have her Shroud, so that should be able to save her for now. And now she jumps on the Zyra, but Elise jumps to her, so Elise is going to be able to get out now, or should be able to get up. And Caitlyn comes in, and now this Akali's in trouble. All it takes is one Q there from the Elise to bring her down. Kassadin goes down to the Caitlyn, who is now pushing like crazy because she is a little bit of fed. Manages to cleanse out of that slow there from the Lulu. There is the ult from Caitlyn trying to bring down this Ezreal, or at least bring him low enough where he can't contest their push. And it looks like they're going to try and do a little bit of damage to this turret, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's a nice dive going down on the Ezreal. Manages to dive really low. Ezreal does go down, and Caitlyn does get picked up by the Nocturne ult. And now we've got an Elise on the run. I don't have a song for that one. Sorry, Spider's running like, I don't know. Besides bad kids songs. And I don't feel like inflicting that upon you guys. So that gold advantage is about almost 10k in purple team's favor. I guess it's just over 9 right now. But we should see a Baron fight here very soon. And it looks like Twisted Fate is going for either that Deathfire or the hat. I would probably be going for hat if I was him. If I were him, my bad. Bad grammar. Don't yell at me. Anyway, Nocturne, he did get that Aegis already. after the Wriggles, and looks like he's going to be building that into a bulwark very quickly. Akali does have that Haunting Guise now, and it looks like she's finally finishing up her Gunblade. Kassadin does have that Grail, and it looks like he decided to go with the Merc Treads, because they do have quite a bit of CC there with the slows and the root and the stuns. Yeah, I agree with that. Ezreal did get that Avarice Blade for that little bit of gold generation, but it looks like he hasn't been able to get too much from it. Personally, I think if you're going to get Avarice Blade, you should get it relatively early. But I guess he was trying to spiral out of control there with his early kills. Lulu, now she finally got her level 2 boots and the Ruby Sightstone, so no idea what she's building now. Looks like Elise got that Locket of Iron Solari for that nice shield. That is a really good item. I don't build it nearly enough on my supports. It's such a good item. Anyway, Darius does have that Frozen Mallet. Purple team managed to pick up that bottom turret while I was talking. Sorry, I didn't point that out. And there's a nice TF ult there just to see where they're all at. And I don't think they're going to fight this. I don't think they want to fight this. Unless Darius can get one of the craziest pulls known to man. But maybe TF will just poke away and then we'll see an engage. Looks like Caitlyn's just going to poke away at this turret, do a little bit of damage, gets forced back. That is one of the things Caitlyn is very good at, is pushing turrets even when you have 5 players there defending it. It's because her range is so good. And that's why Trist is also really good at later game, is because I can't remember. I think Caitlyn has Trist's attack range at level 1 that Trist would have at level 18. But I can't remember, because Trist I thought might have the best range in the game, but that could be wrong. Anyway, nice engage here going on. Akali gets caught a little bit out of position, but it doesn't manage to get picked up there. Purple team is still trying to knock on this door. Not knocking on heaven's door. Anyway, Kassadin gets forced back a little bit there. And I wouldn't be surprised if Purple team decides to disengage from this, because they are forced back. They are relatively low here, but Darius still has quite a bit of health, but they should fall back now, because Nocturne is back at full health, and so is Akali. So Akali, if left unchecked, could run rampant through this team right now. So yeah, it looks like Purple team is going to fall back. I think Dragon should be up here soon, but it looks like they're going to try and pick up the blue and other objectives on the map. So blue team is kind of chasing them, it seems. Kassadin's trying to rift walk to catch up. What did he get for his second item? Not quite sure yet. He still just has that Grail. See, I personally think he should have gotten tier first and then finished the Grail, but maybe that doesn't give him enough damage early on. But it lets him spam his Rift Walk. Oh god, Darius, you are so out of position, it's not even funny. And Darius is probably going to go down here to the Akali. Tries to dunk her, but she manages to spell vamp the health that she needs, and I wouldn't be surprised if blue team tries to go for Baron or something here, because they do need to do some sort of long shot. They are 9.5k gold behind. Dragon is back up, so maybe they'll just settle for trying to go for Dragon. So purple team does manage to pick up that top turret, while blue team manages to pick up that top purple turret there. And there's the Caitlyn ult, and this is going to force all of blue team back here. And I'm not sure. I think Nocturne's going to go down to the Elise here, just because she does have vastly superior movement speed. Unless he gets a ridiculously good fear on her, but that's going to be enough to bring him down with the Q there. So it looks like Zyra does have that Aegis now, and she still only has tier 1 boots. Elise going for that Haunting Guise next. And sorry about that. Wasn't totally paying attention for the screen, but Akali did manage to get picked up there by the Caitlyn there. Just getting caught a little bit out of position. Bad news bears, because that's a little over 10k in favor of purple team. I'm surprised you haven't seen any sort of surrender attempts here, but it looks like blue team is a fighter. Blue is fighting. Kudos to purple team for trying some weird new meta stuff. But they kind of reverted back to it. They just swapped their bottom and mid lane. So Akali finally does have that Gunblade, but we do have purple team trying to go for this Baron. Blue team is aware of this because they do have pretty good wards, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to contest it. Kassadin is there, but I think it's going to go to purple team solidly. Kassadin tries to steal it, but Elise does a good job of smiting it and using her Q. So this is probably going to be GG unless they can blue team can get a crazy good engage here on purple. Ezreal is forced back here, and Nocturne's doing a good job of taking quite a bit of damage, but Elise managed to pick up Lulu, so now it is a 5v4 with the Baron buff. And Ezreal is going to get forced back there just so he doesn't get dunked by the Darius. Darius tries to dunk the Noct, but I don't think it's quite enough to bring him down. Super close. And there is the surrender vote there for blue team. That Baron buff was enough to force it. So thank you guys for watching it. I hope you enjoyed the game. And let me know what you prefer to see more of. If you like the 5v5s, let me know. If you like the 3v3s, let me know. I will try to spectate a few more 3v3s, but the problem is they're not very popular compared to 5v5s. It's like Dominion. Most people don't play Dominion or 3v3s. So, if you liked what you saw, please comment, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Please let me know if there's anything in which you think I can improve on, or if you think I'm a total idiot, whatnot. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and we'll see you on the next one.